I'm reading very interesting judgment and it is about trans-provincial establishment issues. The citation of the judgment is 2024 SCMR 298. Brief facts of the case are that a respondent was hired by a bank in 2007 as a business development officer. But in 2010 he got terminated by the bank and then he filed a civil suit. The court returned his plaint and directed him to present it at the proper forum. Actually, at that time, Industrial Act 2008 was expired right after 2 days of his termination. Because when there is a vacuum of a special law, the general law would prevail. Later on, the matter went before Balochistan Labour Court. They made a findings in favor of respondent, allowing him to be reinstated in the bank along with the benefits. The matter was appealed before Balochistan Labour Appellate Tribunal, which affirmed the findings of Balochistan Labour Court. The matter was then appealed before Supreme Court, where the petitioner came with the plea of trans-provincial establishment. Now, the question of law before the Supreme Court was whether the provincial court has a jurisdiction to adjudicate the matters or issues of trans-provincial establishment. To answer this, Supreme Court held that when it is proved that the employer or a group of employer having establishment or a group of establishment, then the only and sole jurisdiction is given to the National Industrial Commission instead of Provincial Labour Court. That means all the matters arising from industrial disputes, including unfair labor practices, will be adjudicated in National Industrial Relations Commission instead of Labour Court. So what we have learned from this judgment is, if any sector having its establishment, its branches in a different provinces and state, then the only and sole adjudication will be held by National Industrial Relations Commission. Hence, the Supreme Court allowed the petition and directed the respondent to appear before a competent forum. Because the policy of trans-provincial establishment was introduced in 2012 and before that the respondent was approaching before a competent forum. This judgment is very useful and beneficial for those who are working in the banks, for those who are working in an industrial sector having establishment and branches in different provinces and cities of the country. Thank you.